in. I might go medium there.
Collins.
Oh! No flag guard in there.
Higgins again. He did the money sign.
Yes, he did.
He had career highs in a walk year.
Did you see how fast Micah Parsons was flying in that wheelchair? Wowzer! I haven't seen speeds like that since the 96 Special Olympics. Roger Goodell is a genius. The Pro Bowl was amazing. You know your event is a huge embarrassing failure when the highlight of the game is Micah Parsons doing donuts in his wheelchair, or Jalen Hurts signing autographs with lightning speed in the middle of the third quarter. Why are we still doing this? Why is the NFL continuing to produce a game that no one cares about? I'm sure defenders of the un-Pro Bowl will claim that it's a tradition. For starters, traditions are made to be broken, and the NFL destroyed the tradition of the Pro Bowl years ago. First, they moved the game out of Hawaii to some dump in Orlando. Welcome to Orlando. We are the happiest place on earth. Yeah, go to Orlando in the middle of July and tell me how happy you are. The number on the thermometer, or as illiterate graduates at Woke U prefer to call it, the thermometer, the number on the thermometer, it matches the number on the scale when veterinarians are weighing pet roaches. Moving the Pro Bowl out of Hawaii, that was the first step in destroying the tradition of this event. Then, in their infinite wisdom, Uncle Roger and friends, they decided to remove tackling while having the Pro Bowl emulate girls' high school football, where players are softly removing each other's flags. Ooh, look at me! I captured the flag! Yippee! We've got grown men. We've got some of the toughest athletes in the world playing a rousing game of capture the flag. And they wonder why no one is watching this turd. You know, nothing is designed to last forever. When I was growing up, Blockbuster Video, it was a major retailer. As a kid, Blockbuster had everything you wanted, and it was cheap. You could rent movies for the weekend instead of having to buy them. Your parents would be pissed off if you forgot to rewind it because they'd had to pay an extra few dollars for violating Rule 1 of the Blockbuster commandments. They had video games. They had a special room for lonely men. Lonely men would go behind the curtain and select their collection of fetishes for the weekend. It was great. It was great. Blockbuster had something for everyone. Today, the woke media would describe it as inclusive. By 2004, Blockbuster was generating $6 billion per year in revenue. Adjusted for inflation, it would be $10 billion a year today. Last year, the NBA generated $12 billion in revenue. That is how big Blockbuster was. Hell, in 2004, Blockbuster Video doubled the revenue of the NBA in that year. But 10 years later, they were out of business. Why? How does a multi-billion-dollar corporation disappear in the span of 10 years? Because Blockbuster was no longer needed. They no longer filled a need. They no longer served a purpose. It's the same thing with All-Star Games in sports, and this damn sure applies to the Pro Bowl. All-Star Games used to serve a purpose. Back when every game wasn't televised, All-Star Games gave you the opportunity to see the biggest stars in the league competing against each other. Players took the game seriously. They played with a sense of pride. And since players took the game seriously. Fans were fully invested. Unfortunately, All-Star games have turned into an annual embarrassment. The Pro Bowl Tuesday night was an absolute disgrace. You know the NFL isn't taking it seriously. Instead of scheduling the Pro Bowl on a Sunday on network television, the NFL buried this turd on a Tuesday night on ESPN. And for the first time since Colin Kaepernick traded in his helmet for a set of knee pads to kneel for the national anthem, Uncle Roger and friends finally face consequences for their own actions. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the second channel is in the description below. Today on the second channel, going to be talking about another bowl that is on the brink of extinction. Hell, in college football, the entirety of bowl season is on life support. Thursday, another bowl announced their cancellation. Jim Kimmel was emotional again as they announced the cancellation of the prestigious LA Bowl. I'll explain why every meaningless bowl game in college football needs to be canceled. So if you haven't already, click the link in the description below, subscribe to the second channel. Headline at Sports Media Watch: Pro Bowl games are down huge and move to broadcast television. The media is doing what they do best. They are making excuses for their new friends in the NFL. For years, the mainstream media hated this league. The NFL represented Americana. It represented toxic masculinity. Basically, the NFL was a strong representation of everything that the mainstream media is allergic to. But with Uncle Roger's dedication to diversity, all of a sudden, the NFL and the woke media, they're besties. I love you, you love me, let's embrace diversity. The media is blaming these record low ratings on the fact that the game was moved from Sunday to Tuesday. They are blaming these record low ratings on the Pro Bowl being moved off of network television. Now, of course, these are decisions that were made or at least influenced by the NFL. So if you want to blame anyone, blame Uncle Roger. But the real reason the Pro Bowl was down 57% compared to last year, the real reason the Pro Bowl only managed to draw 2 million viewers, the event they presented was the drizzling shits. There's not enough polish to cover the stench of this steaming turd. I mean, seriously, you expect me to believe that Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler? You expect me to waste my time on a Tuesday night watching grown men pretend to play football? If I wanted to watch pretend, I would listen to the analysis of pretend NFL analyst Mina Kimes. If I wanted to watch the make-believe, I would watch the elite athletes in the WNBA dump. Speaking of the WNBA dump, and this should be absolutely embarrassing for the NFL. In terms of All-Star games, the 2 million viewers that the NFL drew, that puts them in 7th place. Now, obviously, they were outdrawn by Major League Baseball, the one league who takes their All-Star game seriously. And I'll give credit to the NHL too. The tournament they organized last year in place of their All-Star game, that tournament was phenomenal. It was entertaining. The Pro Bowl, they were beaten by the annual embarrassment in the NBA. Apparently, NASCAR has an all-star event, which was news to me since I cannot name a single driver in NASCAR, much less an actual star. Whatever NASCAR does to honor their so-called stars, they outdrew the Pro Bowl. But what's really alarming, the WNBA All-Star Game, the dump of dumps, the game featuring entitled players who hijacked the event to protest for money they haven't earned. The WNBA All-Star Game drew 200,000 more viewers than the Pro Bowl. Ratings were so low this year, the NFL preseason averaged more viewers than the Pro Bowl. Believe it or not, the Pro Bowl used to average around 10 million viewers every year. From 2010 to 2014, the Pro Bowl drew 10 million or more for 5 consecutive years. And it's not hard to understand why. Back then, it was viewed as an honor to make the Pro Bowl. Today, players can't even be bothered to show up. And when they do show up, they look like they want to be anywhere else. And who can blame them? Did you see where the Pro Bowl was played this year? They were playing the game in a damn warehouse. There were more players on the field than people in the foyer watching something that didn't come close to resembling an NFL game. Growing up, my dad always told me, if you're going to do something, do it right. You might not want to do it. You might be forced into doing it. But if you're going to do something, do it the right way. Over the last 2, 3, 4 years, the Pro Bowl has been a slap in the face to NFL fans. It's been a complete waste of time. So why are they still presenting it? Outside of the money they are receiving from ESPN, who, for reasons unknown, actually paid to broadcast this garbage, outside of the money they're receiving from ESPN, what is the purpose of the Pro Bowl? You know why they scheduled the Pro Bowl in a convention center instead of an actual stadium? If I had to guess, it was due to a complete lack of interest. If there's lack of interest from the players and a clear lack of interest from the fan base, then why are they still doing it? If you're not going to do it right, if you're not going to take it seriously, the only thing left to do is to cancel the Pro Bowl. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.